My name is Ben Fuchs. They call me Pharmacist Ben. I'm a nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements in my practice rather than toxic pharmaceutical drugs. Never did like pharmaceutical drugs. I never understood the concept of using prescription drugs to heal degenerative diseases or to reverse degenerative diseases, when in essence, reversal of chronic degenerative disease is in the wheelhouse of good nutrition. That's what it's all about. And that's what we're all about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I thought we'd start off today talking about digestive health. Yesterday, the FDA announced the approval of 2 new drugs to treat a particularly unpleasant digestive condition called irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. Folks who have IBS have chronic diarrhea. They go to the bathroom lots and lots of times. If you have IBS, you can't even go out of your house without knowing where the closest bathroom is going to be. It's really a very, very unpleasant health condition and an unnecessary health condition. And you don't need prescription drugs to deal with it. In fact, there's no prescription drugs that can help you with IBS, except for perhaps to help you with your symptoms. The latest 2 new drugs that have been released is one is called Vibreza. It's an OxyContin-like drug. It's an opioid drug, an opium drug. Those of you who've been on OxyContin or Vicodin or pain-relieving kinds of drugs know that it causes constipation. This new drug works by exploiting the constipation-inducing effects of opioids, thereby slowing down contractions, reducing cramping. This is how drugs work, you guys. They use the side effects or the toxicity of drugs as a therapeutic benefit. So if you have IBS and you got chronic diarrhea, now you can take an opioid drug, and instead of chronic diarrhea, you can have chronic constipation. That's the pharmacomedical strategy for dealing with IBS. The second drug is even worse. Xifaxan. It's an antibiotic. It changes the population of digestive flora. I say it's even worse because one of the causes of IBS is killing off your bacteria. One of the causes of IBS is killing off our bacteria with chlorine and with antibiotics and with eating the wrong kinds of food. Well, this new drug is an antibiotic-like substance that kills bacteria. It's recommended for treating IBS associated with small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So theoretically, anyway, killing off the excess bacteria is supposedly going to help you with your IBS cramping and contractions. If you are one of the 15 to 20% of Americans who have irritable bowel syndrome, please understand that not only are drugs, all drugs, not just the new drugs, but all drugs, old drugs, new drugs, any drugs, they're not the answer. They're only going to create more health issues than they're going to solve. But even more importantly, they're not necessary. IBS can be completely 100% eliminated using only digestive health, non-doctor, non-medical, non-side effect strategies. IBS is a serious problem. It affects 60 million Americans. And while there's very little that your doctor can do or drugs can do to prevent or reverse IBS, there's lots we can do ourselves. This is the running theme of nutritional supplementation. This is the running theme of this program, the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. This is the running theme of everything myself and Dr. Wallach and Dr. Glidden talk about. You don't need prescription drugs for chronic long-term degenerative diseases, for whatever they may be, including IBS. IBS can be completely eliminated with some lifestyle changes, changing the way we eat, and getting on a good nutritional supplement program. First of all, for all digestive health issues, pretty much for all chronic health issues, period. Autoimmune, skin, cardiovascular, blood sugar, even cancer. Do a fast. Do a Swear of V fast. Take 3 days off from food. Just do a Swear of V, half a bottle of Swear of V every hour. Guarantee just that alone is going to have you feeling better. If you have an irritable bowel, your bowel can't be irritated if there's no food in it. You can't have an irritable bowel if nothing's in your bowel. So just fasting alone is going to immediately reduce the symptomology of IBS. Now, once you start eating again, you're going to want to eat as little as possible. Just what you need. In fact, that's rule of thumb. We should all be eating just what we need. And get as much of your nutrition in a liquid fashion. Beyond Tangy Tangerine is an ideal nutritional supplement for folks with IBS. Make sure you're eating fermented foods. Use the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Use some apple cider vinegar after all your meals. And for all digestive health issues, and even if you don't have digestive health issues, get on the ultimate enzymes. Digestive enzymes are the key player in the processing of protein and fats and carbohydrates, sugars, and deficiencies in enzymes, deficiencies in digestive enzymes are not uncommon. They're pretty common, actually. Even if you think you're healthy, supplementing with the ultimate enzymes can have a wonderful, wonderful effect, a beneficial effect on our own natural enzymes, freeing our enzymes up for making things, making proteins and fighting diseases and general anti-aging and wellness. So using your ultimate enzymes can have a sparing effect on our natural enzymes. Not to mention the fact that you're going to help reduce any symptomology if you're dealing with irritable bowel syndrome. Digestive enzymes are a specialized type of enzyme that helps the body process protein and fats and carbohydrates. Enzymes are typically going to end with the letters ASE, as in ACE, protease, or lipase, or amylase. ASE. When you see that suffix, that ending ASE, you know you're dealing with an enzyme. Any case, the bottom line of this whole story is, if we have IBS, we don't have a medical issue. We have a lifestyle issue. By changing how we eat, changing how we supplement, changing how we live our lives, we can do a heck of a lot more to improve our digestive conditions without doctors, without drugs, without side effects. If you have IBS or any digestive health issue or any health challenge, or if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We want to hear from you. On the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program, 831-685-1080, or toll-free 888-379-2552. I'm Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Doc today. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this break. Don't go away.
Do certain foods cause you to bloat or experience gas? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with heartburn? Are you forced to sleep on piles and piles of pillows to cut down on heartburn? Have you been diagnosed with acid reflux or gastroesophageal reflux disease? If any of these describes you, then you've got digestive problems. I was awakened with heartburn almost every night for over 20 years. Then I heard Dr. Wallach and realized all of the antacids I'd been using were actually part of the problem. My stomach acid wasn't too strong, it wasn't strong enough. So I started taking the ultimate enzymes from Longevity. Now all of the heartburn, belching, and bloating are gone, and I can sleep through the night without piling on the pillows. And I'm back to eating the spicy foods I love. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Virtually every sector of the economy has slowed to a snail's pace. Huge publicly traded companies are laying off thousands of employees. Believe it or not, even the government is letting people go. However, one business industry is thriving, and that's healthcare. Pharmaceutical and health insurance companies are posting record profits in a near-depression economy. Americans are sicker than ever, and those companies are profiting like never before. You too can get involved in healthcare for just a one-time sign-up fee. Longevity is building an army of associates dedicated to saving America. Dr. Joel Wallach has educated thousands of people on the concept of do-it-yourself healthcare. With a little education, much of what is done in a doctor's office can be done simply and safely at home. Join Longevity and help save America. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes, as we always do on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program, with my good friend and colleague, Douglas Winfrey. What is up, Doug?
Great to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
I was thinking when you were talking about the ultimate enzymes that I discovered a while back that I don't get, I used to get heartburn and, reflux a lot before I met Dr. Wallach and started salting my food to taste. But when I occasionally do, I found that if you take the enzymes, then it goes away. So instead of taking an antacid, you should actually be taking something to help build up your pH.
Right, because as it turns out, your indigestion is a sign that you're missing something. The last thing you want to do is further suppress your digestive system with an ant as an anti-acid. If you need, Douglas, if you need acid for your to digest food, why would you anti-acid?
I know. I've never understood that whole concept.
It's crazy, right? Most heartburn and indigestion is actually caused by too little stomach acid, not too much stomach acid.
And it allows the yeast and the bad type of bacteria to grow in your digestive system. And
you know what else? The ultimate enzymes have something in them called betaine HCl, which is one way that you can help lower the pH of your digestive juices. So you can actually support digestive acid with your digestive enzymes if you're using the ultimate enzymes. Love the ultimate enzyme product. In fact, if I had to pick one digestive health product, I would probably pick the Ultimate Enzymes, even ahead of the probiotics. Well,
Really?
they're both
Even ahead
important.
of the...
Yeah, because they're more fundamental, the Ultimate Enzymes. They're both important. I'm not marginalizing the importance of the biolumin nightly essence. Probiotics are very, very important, but digestive enzymes are even more primal than that. First the Ultimate Enzymes, then the probiotics, probably.
You know, I had something come up recently that I was talking to Dr. Wallach about, and that was that there was a study done where they were looking at a fast food diet, and they took some South African people and they gave them a westernized diet of fast food like fried foods, and then they took some African Americans from Pittsburgh and gave them a traditional South African diet, which consisted of porridge and cornmeal and root vegetables and that kind of stuff. And what they found was that the South Africans, after 2 weeks of being on the fast food diet, they started producing less of the butyrate, which is something that helps get rid of inflammation in your body. And then the people eating the South African diet they doubled the amount that their body was producing. And what was interesting though was they said that there were certain foods that you should use as fertilizers for your microbiome.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Butyrate is one. Butyrate is one of those.
What was interesting was two of the things that they recommended eating is wheat and barley, and it made me realize that means that people that have a gluten intolerance and are not eating those foods, then they need to really, really seriously think about probiotic foods and probiotic supplements because
and veggie fiber too.
Yeah, because they're missing out on all that.
Yes, and when they talk about grain and wheat and barley and grains, they're really referring to the fiber that's in wheat and barley and other grains for that matter. Vegetable fiber is by far more important than grain fiber because you don't have to deal with all that toxicity and all the anti-nutrients that are found in grains. Now, if you ferment your grains, that's a little bit different. But for most folks, when they're getting their fiber from grains, they're doing it from processed foods and from breads and cereals, etc. Not a good thing. On the other hand, celery and peppers and cucumbers and spinach and kale and broccoli, great sources of fiber in addition to wonderful phytoplant nutrients. And by the way, Doug, speaking of butyrate, and when you eat those fibers that we're talking about, that's one of the ways that your body makes butyrate. But you can eat butyrate in one of my all-time favorite foods, rich source of butyrate. And I know it's one of your all-time favorite foods too, Douglas. You know what I'm talking about?
Garlic.
No.
Oh.
Butter. Yummy, yummy.
Really? That has butyrate in it, huh?
That's where you get the word butter from. Butter
I
comes
had
from
butter this morning.
Enjoy your butter. Butter comes from the fact that the word butter, the name butter, comes from the fact that butter fat is rich in butyric acid or butyrate, which, as it turns out, is actually fuel for your colon cells. The cells that line the intestines, large intestines specifically, use butyrate as fuel. So eating butter, getting more fiber, upping your butyrate content is not only a great way to support digestive health, but it's also very, very tasty to boot. And you know what else?
Well, you and I know someone who probably will never have colon problems because he eats butter like it's going out of style. I think you know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about. So one more thing, though, about butyrate. Eating butyrate actually has an appetite suppressant effect. All right, we'll talk about that when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552, toll free. We'll be back right after this.
Good liver health is vital to your overall health. Did you know the liver is the largest gland in the body? Generating digestive enzymes, converting fat into fuel, controlling metabolism, regulating cholesterol in the blood, and neutralizing toxins and waste products. Decreased liver function can lead to debilitating diseases. Hepal, a proprietary blend exclusive to Prohoba International, can help support healthy liver function. Hepal is a blend of natural organic pollen extracts, including essential enzymes, botanical glutathione, which is considered to be one of the most powerful antioxidants for detoxifying free radicals and exogenous compounds, superoxide dismutase, and aloe vera, formulated to cleanse and support healthy liver function. If you'd like to have healthy liver function, call your local longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Longevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Longevity's JavaFit line of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. If you're looking to lose weight, try JavaFit Diet Plus 62, a high-energy, gourmet coffee fortified with a blend of nutrients such as gambosia, citrus, and an extra shot of caffeine to pump up energy and help achieve a healthy weight. Unlike most diet drinks, you won't taste a difference. But for this to work, you can't load your coffee with cream and sugar. Contact your local Longevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Douglas, so butyric acid butyrate's fuel for your colon, but it's got another really neat benefit. It's an appetite suppressant. How do you like that? Tastes great. It's
So
fuel for your colon.
if you're craving a cheeseburger, you should eat a pat of butter.
Pat of butter, scoop of butter, or even some fiber, some vegetable fiber.
Is there any fiber in butter?
No, there's definitely no fiber in butter. There's no fiber really in animal products. Fiber is a plant and vegetable thing. You know what else? Apple cider vinegar. You know how we're always talking about vinegar and apple cider vinegar? That is actually similar. The active ingredient in vinegar is something called acetic acid, which is very similar to butyrate. And this is one of the reasons why vinegar has so many health benefits, especially for post-appetite benefits. They'll help you digest, or post-eating benefits. They'll help you digest your food. And apple cider vinegar, like butyrate, has an appetite suppressant effect. So finishing off your meals with a teaspoon or tablespoonful of apple cider vinegar is a great way to shut off your appetite. Or in the middle of the day, if you just want a little, if you want some appetite suppression, if you're trying to lose some weight, if you're eating too much, if you're addicted to food, a little apple cider vinegar can shut down your appetite, and a little bit of butter can do the same thing. And that's one of the neat advantages to making sure that you're getting enough dairy, enough butter, enough butyric acid in the short chain. They're technically called short chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. Got different size fats. You got long fats, medium fats, and short fats, and the butyrates and also the acetates that are found in vinegar are short-chain fatty acids, and they're specifically important for the digestive system. All of these things we're talking about, Doug, these are reasons why you don't want to turn to prescription drug remedies for dealing with your digestive health issues. IBS, for example, can be caused by something as simple as butyrate deficiencies or acetic acetate deficiencies following problems with good bacteria in the gut. Making sure that you're stabilizing those gut bacteria is so darn important if you're dealing with irritable bowel syndrome or IBS, which is why that new drug, the new drug that we talked about at the beginning of the program that actually acts as an antibiotic to kill gut bacteria, seems to me to be really a really crazy strategy.
That seems kind of backwards compared to the fact that we're hearing more and more about the importance of probiotics and you see all these yogurt ads where they're talking about that. And
right. Why would you take an antibiotic? Xifaxan it's called.
You just
Why
have
would
to
you take
eat
an
more
antibiotic?
yogurt.
Well, it's going to, if you take your Xifaxan, if you are one of the unfortunate folks who's dealing with IBS and you're taking Xifaxan, it becomes extra important that you get on a good probiotic supplement. The thinking is that some irritable bowel syndrome issues are caused by SIBO, S-I-B-O, small intestine bacterial overgrowth. We eat the wrong kinds of foods, mostly sugars, and bacteria can overgrow in the small intestine, and the Xifaxan, theoretically anyway, kills off those excess bacteria, and that's the way they handle IBS. It's just such a crazy, crazy health strategy. You got a doctor who is sworn to do no harm, right? That's the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm. Yet we have a pharmacomedical model that feels like it's the way to treat diseases is by killing things and poisoning things and suppressing and shutting stuff down and inhibiting and blocking. Where's the logic here? Nobody has IBS because they're missing Xifaxan. Nobody has a Viberzi deficiency. That's the other drug for treating IBS. Nobody has drug deficiencies when they have IBS. Nobody has drug deficiencies when they have any health challenge. Where is the logic to using prescription drugs, to using pharmacological therapies when you're dealing with a chronic degenerative disease? For the life of me, I cannot find it. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. We're coming back with your phone calls, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552. Toll free. We do have lines open for you, and we want to hear from you. We'll be back with more good health information and your phone calls right after this break. Don't go away.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
Time to hit the phones. Who's first on the line, Douglas?
Let's head to Chicago, Illinois. And Julie, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
What's up, Julie?
Hi, Pharmacist. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today? What can we do for you?
I guess I used to be doing a lot better, but
Okay.
calling in because I have a question regarding hypoglycemia. Last week I went in for a standard just TSH, CBC, etc. blood test.
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Say that again. You went to the doctor.
I went to the doctor.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, I took a speaker. I had a standard blood test.
Okay.
CBC, TSH.
Okay.
I had thyroid cancer, etc.
Did they take your thyroid?
Yes, they did.
So you don't have a thyroid?
I don't have a thyroid now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
For almost 11 years because my son will be 11. So
okay.
Then I went, so they just tested me basically for everything.
Okay.
And what came back was my blood sugar. I got a phone call that evening. I was at my son's baseball game, and they called to make sure I wasn't comatose because my blood sugar was 39.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal, ma'am. Without a thyroid, your chemistry is going to be completely whacked out. You don't need a CBC. You don't need any tests. You just got to know that you're going to have your biochemistry is going to be messed up for the rest of your life. That means that you have to take extra care, and you have to pay the greatest of loving and kind attention to your body for the rest of your life. Does that make sense? Your major regulatory gland is gone. That means you now have to take great care and give your body lots of love and attention and compassion, and it's going to start off with your digestive system. You got to be eating a lot less food. The thyroid regulates the digestive system. Without a thyroid, it's going to be much harder for your body to process food. So you want to eat a lot less food, and you want to focus on liquid nutrition as much as possible. Soups, they're going to be your best friend. Bone soup, that's chicken soup, vegetable soups, any kind of that's perfect. Liquefy your nutrients. That's ideal that you're a chef. Use a Vitamix, food processor, NutriBullet, whatever.
I have all of it.
Oh, great. Awesome. So you want to make you're basically pre-processing your food is what you want to do. Pre-digesting your food.
And I am drinking all of the, liquid longevity products.
That's awesome. Make sure you're sipping slowly, though. If you do it too fast, you're
throughout the day. I've got it right here.
Okay, then you're doing great so far. Okay, now, a couple other things. Probably a good idea to get on some good bacteria, a probiotic bacteria, good for you, and also fermented foods. You know about fermented foods.
My sending me something else, too.
Say
I was reading in the book, the doctors.
Okay, good deal. So you're good on that level. Now let's get to the blood sugar, okay?
Okay, so then today I went in for the 2-hour glucose test.
Yeah.
And I started at 80. After 1 hour, I believe the number was 72.
Okay.
At the second hour, I was down to 59.
Okay. That's a sign that you're making lots of insulin, and you got to be very careful with insulin. More protein, more good fat. Butter, for example, which we were talking about earlier. Okay, I'm sure.
I know.
Enjoy your butter, and then also more protein, quality protein. If you can do whey protein, that's the best. Try the Slender FX from Longevity. That's a powder protein. You can also do egg protein. If you can handle egg protein's a good source of protein, or eggs are a good source of protein, I should say. And last but not least, try the Jordan Rubin products, the Amasai, and also the probiotic-enriched cheese. It's a great source of protein. It's a great source of stabilizing fat for your blood sugar. And, of course, you'll get the probiotics in there as well. Thanks for your call. Julie in Chicago, appreciate it. God bless you and good luck with everything. All right, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information and your phone calls right after this.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the whey shakes again, the chocolate whey shake. And you need to remember, the whey shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
Psoriasis drug development pact dissolved due to suicide concerns. Amgen has terminated its co-development of a new drug with AstraZeneca. It's one of the biggest drug companies in the world after observing suicidal ideation and behavior. That means you want to kill yourself, or you're thinking about killing yourself, in clinical trial participants using this psoriasis drug. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. You cannot take a prescription drug and expect to be better for it. You cannot take a prescription drug and be surprised when you end up with side effects, even crazy side effects like suicidal ideation and behavior from a psoriasis drug. This is what happens.
You could just stop eating wheat and get rid of the psoriasis.
Right, or get on some essential fatty acids and vitamin A. Make sure you get out in some sun. All right, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, or 888-379-2552 toll-free. Who's next, Douglas?
Let's head to Brooklyn, New York, and Lorna. You're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Lorna.
Good afternoon.
Greetings. What's up?
Yes, it's nice to hear you.
Okay, how can we help you?
Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling us.
Yes, I'm 65 years old.
Okay.
And I'm on a I'm on 2 blood pressure medications, which I want to get off.
Okay. You want to talk about that?
Pardon?
Let's talk about blood pressure. What are the names of the blood pressure medications? Do you know?
I'm taking, yes, Benazepam.
I'm sorry, say that again. And can you speak into the phone instead of speaker? I'm having a hard. Okay.
It's Benazepram.
Okay, got it.
And that's 10 milligrams.
Okay.
But yesterday the doctor told me he wants me to take it not once a day.
Okay, go ahead. What's the next one? I'm going to tell you about that one here in a second, but tell me about the next one.
Is AMLODIPINE.
Okay, that's for your heart. You got a heart. Is your heart out of rhythm, or you got arrhythmia or something like that?
They didn't tell me that. But
okay.
Yesterday I did an EKG.
Okay.
And I noticed they were a little agitated, and then she gave me a printout.
Okay.
And time to take it to the heart doctor.
All right. You don't need any of that stuff. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your drugs. I'm just going to tell you they're nasty. They're going to change your biochemistry, and your problem is not a drug deficiency. High blood pressure is a sign of the body in distress. It's a sign that the body is freaking out. Now, if you take a prescription drug, and for example, the Zepril you're talking about, these are drugs that will modify the way the body processes liquids and processes blood. And it's an artificial way of manipulating the system, of manipulating your biology in order to force the body to force the circulatory system's pressure downward. That's not a good idea. It's never a good idea to compel the body to do something. That's called poison, by the way. That's why I always say prescription drugs are poison. I'm not being metaphorical here. I'm being literal. You're forcing the body to do something it doesn't want to do. That's how drugs work. Now, hypertension or high blood pressure, which affects lots of people, probably 80 million people or more, have some degree of it or another, is a sign of a body in distress. It's a sign that your body is freaking out. The first thing you can do, if you want to instantly drop your blood pressure, I know I've probably said this a million times, I'll say it again. The biggest emergency to the body is low oxygen, low blood oxygen, hypoxia. That's the fancy way of saying low blood oxygen. So if you sit on the couch and you practice slow, deep breathing, what you're going to notice is your blood pressure will instantly drop, like a stone. You know what else? If you take a hot bath, your blood pressure will drop instantly like a stone. If you take a hot shower, same thing. If you get a massage, if you just sit still, your blood pressure will drop a little bit. The fact of the matter is that hypertension or high blood pressure is something that we can control with just a few lifestyle modifications, with just a few things, a few changes. Now, you can't sit and do your deep breathing all day long, although you can practice your breathing all day long. You can't take a hot bath all day long. But what you can do is you can reduce the burden on the body. Oxygen's just one burden. Another major burden is sugar. In fact, there's a reason why diabetes and hypertension go hand in hand. In fact, diabetes and circulatory issues, diabetes and heart disease, they go hand in hand because one of the major burdens on the body, in addition to low blood oxygen, is high blood sugar. So reducing your intake of sweets and sugars and breads and pastas, that's the second major lifestyle change that we can make to lower our blood pressure without drugs. And it doesn't take very long. And oh, by the way, bonus, you lose weight and you lower your cholesterol too. You can use the Sweeties, chromium and vanadium. You can also use the Beyond OsteoFX, which is a great source of magnesium. Get yourself on the Healthy Start Pack. That'll get you all your B's and your C's. The Ultimate Selenium can also be very important for helping with lower blood sugar and, of course, staying away from sugar spiking foods, blood sugar spiking foods. So you got two simple, easy strategies for lowering your blood pressure quickly with no toxicity and no drugs. Number one, deep breathing techniques. Number two, stabilizing your blood sugar by staying away from sugar and by using your Healthy Start Pack and the Sweeties as well. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it, Trudy. Hope we helped you out. And let's see if we get one more call in. Doug?
Let's head to Ohio. And Charles, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Charles. What's up, Charles? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How can we help you?
Yeah, I was calling. My brother is taking some different herbal supplements. I just listened to what he was talking about a little bit there with high blood pressure. And he's taking a supplement to kind of like clean the arteries and stuff out. And I've been trying to get him to, get on the longevity products. I was just wondering if longevity has a product that, will kind of like help clean the arteries out, varicose veins, different things.
Called the Healthy, yes, it's called the Healthy Start Pack. And that's that's your Mighty 90 essential nutrients. The best way to clean the blood is, number one, to make sure you're getting all your nutrition. That's the first thing you want to do. And number two, making sure you're not putting stuff into the blood that mucks up the works. The most important or the most significant in our culture, the most significant toxin that gets into the blood is sugar. So if you want to clean the blood, the first thing you want to do is you want to reduce your intake of anything that spikes your blood sugar or that affects your insulin. By the way, one of the major manifestations of dirty blood is kidney disease, and all diabetics will tell you that they know they're at risk for kidney disease. Kidney disease and blood sugar elevated blood sugar go hand in hand. A third thing that you could do if you want to improve, clean the blood, I should say, is vasodilate. Open up those blood vessels. How do you open up the blood vessels? Well, deep breathing is a wonderful way to open up blood vessels. And then, of course, also getting on your Healthy Start Pack, especially the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. One of the neat things about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is it really features liquid nutrition and specifically the nutrients that we lose every time we go to the bathroom. That is electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, calcium, sodium, etc., the B-complex vitamins, and vitamin C. And these are not only important nutrients for helping the body process sugar and helping with electrical energy, but they're also key players in the health of the circulatory system, the blood vessels. Without these nutrients, your circulatory system is not going to be operating on all cylinders. It's not going to be firing at all cylinders, and you're very likely to be dealing with hypertension as well as other cardiovascular disease, signs of cardiovascular disease. Reducing the likelihood of blood clots, of hypertension, of cardiovascular health issues of all kinds is as simple as sipping on your Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long. It's not complicated, folks. Once you get yourself these electrical nutrients that we're losing on a regular basis, once you replace those electrical nutrients that you're losing on a regular basis, the body will do the work. The body will do the heavy lifting. Your blood pressure will drop like a stone. You'll be vasodilating. You'll be improving your circulation. You're going to feel better as well. All right. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. I'll get him on the Healthy Start Pack.
Healthy Start Pack. Yeah, if you want to throw in one more thing, because of the connection between the digestive tract and the circulatory system, the blood vessels they abut right up against the the intestine. In fact, the intestine is like a wall that separates the food from the blood. If you have any leaky gut issues with leaky gut syndrome or problems with food allergies or food intolerances, that can cause dirty blood too. So you might want to have your brother working on his digestive health, food diary, looking for problem foods and then eliminating them, and then getting on the ultimate enzymes and the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Thanks so much for your call. Appreciate it. And we'll take a break and come back with more of your phone calls, 831-685-10.
When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with arthritis, strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
All right, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, sitting in for Doc today, along with Doug Winfrey, and you and your phone calls. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552. Who's next on the line?
All right, let's head to Maryland. And Robin, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
What's going on, Robin?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm calling about my friend's 13-year-old grandson.
Okay.
Weighs about 60 pounds, and he was born with sickle cell anemia.
Okay.
Okay, he's actually been managed well until just when he turns 13, he started having a lot of problems.
Yeah, he's going through a growth spurt, and the fact that you were managing him well doesn't mean you were managing him sufficiently well to take him through his growth spurt. When he goes through a growth spurt, he's going to be burning through nutrients. Sickle cell anemia affects the red blood cells. The red blood cells don't move around as well. That means less oxygen to the cells, and that means cells having a hard time doing their business, doing their work. So that was probably true his whole life, obviously, but it's especially true now that he's going through this growth spurt. So there's going to be a bunch of things you want to do. First of all, if there's any digestive health issues, those need to be nipped at the bud. That means eliminated. That means any foods that cause problems, this kid doesn't have an option for that. Many times we can get away with things, things that we shouldn't do, and it's not for decades before it all kind of piles up by the time we're 30 or 40 or 50. But with a kid with sickle cell anemia, he's got to start right away. So any problem foods, eliminate those. I would put him on the BioLumin Nightly Essence. Make sure he's getting his probiotics, just the basic probiotics, and then the Healthy Start Pack, of course. Then you also want to make sure that he's getting enough protein. I would be using the Slender FX maybe a couple times a day, and then if he wants to go to the gym, if he can get some resistance training in, that would help him as well. And then throw in do the Slender FX when he comes home from the gym. Might not be a bad idea for him to use the Ultimate Selenium as well as the Sweet Ease too. If there's any kind of blood sugar issues, and there very well could be. Those would be kind of bonuses or extra credit kinds of things. But basically the Healthy Start Pack, correct digestive problems, Slender FX, and some resistance training as well. Oxygen is also going to be very important in terms of breathing, because sickle cell anemia is largely an oxygen issue. The cells, the red blood cells, take a sickle shape and they don't deliver oxygen efficiently. So deep breathing, slow deep breathing, making sure he's getting oxygenated and blowing off carbon dioxide. Those can both be very important strategies as well. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Hope we helped you out. And let's see if we can get one more in before we end.
All right, let's head to Pacific Grove, California. And Dan, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hi, Dan.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hey.
So calling regarding my brother.
Okay.
63 years old.
Okay.
About 165, 170 pounds, 5'8".
Okay.
An unplanned fall from a horse. So
okay.
What's described, he's had some x-rays, described as some damage to the lower back, lower spine.
He can walk okay? He's not paralyzed or anything like that? He can walk okay, all that?
That is correct. It is what's been described, two things, I think, but they said compression damage to the lower spine with some leaning to the left.
How old is he?
To the left, he's 63.
Okay, is he on any medication?
He is not.
Is he? How's his health otherwise? Nothing stand out? It's just
That's
normal?
Correct.
Okay,
that
good.
Is correct. And
so,
the two phrases, that's the reason I said two things. It's described as compression damage and some spinal collapse, compressing the nerve.
Okay.
The second phrase that caught my eye was the lower spine degenerative collapse.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about that, because we're going to run out of time. Okay, you're right. It's a good thing that caught your attention. Degenerative is a very important word. That means the body's been breaking down. Okay, it's been degenerating. The body's normally a regenerating system. It heals itself. Degeneration occurs over the course of time, as nutritional deficiencies start to pile up, or the results of nutritional deficiencies start to pile up. Bad living, even if we think we're living good, it's very difficult to live good in the way our environment is, and our water and our food, etc. So you got to focus on the degenerative component. That means inflammation and anti-inflammation. Stay away from problem foods. That always goes without saying. Get on the Healthy Start Pack. I would throw in the glucogel caps as well. Wouldn't hurt him to do some chicken soup. That's a good source of cartilage too. The whole bottom line of this, the whole thing, everything we talk about on this program is about good nutrition being good medicine, folks. If you're interested in getting on a good nutritional supplement program, call your longevity rep. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, awesome, spectacular, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order. PureWorks.